Bonjour. We're going to talk about 4 questions today in French, and the first of these questions is qui est? Qui est? So the word qui means who, and it's pronounced pretty much just like a key in English that you'd use to start your car or unlock your door. And then this here we have, you might recognize, where's my mouse? You might recognize this A um, for is. And when combined together with this s, it's just key s. So this even just sounds like the letter s. Key s. And we're just asking, who is this? So key s, say Garfield. Key s, say Snoopy. So this one should be really easy. Just we're asking, who is this? And then saying, this is Garfield, or who is it? It's Garfield. So, key s. So practice with me. See if you can make me a sentence telling me who this is. Excuse me. Say Mickey. Say Mickey. So this just sounds like I say my ABCs, S-A-Y. Qui est? Who's this? Say Pikachu. Okay, so now I have some other um, famous people. And maybe just take a moment and point out one or two of those people and practice saying this is and give their name. So I'll give you just a moment to think. Pause the video if you want to practice. So we can say Albert Einstein, say Dolly Parton, say George Washington, say William, say Kate, say Oprah, say Anne Frank. So no matter who you're introducing, if you're talking about another person, you can just say this is, say, and then their name. So 1 question down and 3 to go. All right, d'où est-elle? D'où est-elle? And this question, and my question word here, où, is where. So we have literally, where is she from? So the words get put together in another order than they would in English. So just memorize this question here as a whole chunk. D'où est-elle? Where is she from? So you've already seen sentences before in a previous lesson where I told you how to say where someone was from. So we can say elle est de, and then either the name of the state. I stuck with some Tennessee favorites since that's where we are. But you could also just have a city name, and we're not going to translate the name of Tennessee into French or anything. So, elle est de Tennessee. D'où est-il? So here I changed the sentence slightly. Instead of d'où est-elle, where is she from? I have d'où est-il? Where is he from? So, il est de Tennessee. Okay, now we're going to do a little practice. D'où est-elle? D'où est-elle? So, elle est de New York. Elle est de New York. And really, actually, she's from France. She was a gift to the United States from the French people. But we're going to just say she's from New York because that's where she lives now. Okay, here I have a picture from Venice in Italy, where we can ride gondolas across the water here. So, d'où est-elle? D'où est-elle? Elle est de Venise. Actually, in French, we call it Venise and with an S-E instead. But if you are in English, we would say Venice. Elle est de Venice. Okay, and here I have this little guy, a little stereotype of the French man with a beret. They don't all go around wearing berets. But and we have the Eiffel Tower, which means he's from Paris. So take a moment and think about how would you tell me he is from Paris? Pause the video if you need to think about it. Il est de Paris. Il est de Paris. Okay, another question for you, somewhat related to that previous question. De quelle nationalité est-il? De quelle nationalité est-il? So nationalité should see the word nationality there. So we're asking, is he French? Is he German? Is he Spanish? Is he American? So here I have a picture of the current French president. Il est français. Il est français, because a lot of times the president is someone who's sort of the face of a country, so he can sort of represent French people for us. Il est français. De quelle nationalité est-elle? So, same question. I just changed my subject here to elle instead of il because now I'm talking about Mrs. Obama. So, elle est américaine. Elle est américaine. And notice how you sort of hear this T from here blending into this A here. We call that liaison. We sort of like to smush our words together in French and keep it flowing. Okay, de quelle nationalité est-il? Il est canadien. De quelle nationalité est-elle? Elle est canadienne. So here's a new nationality for you. I think we've talked already about French and American. French, not French. French is a an official language in Canada, specifically in the province of Quebec. And Canadien, Canadienne. And if you notice that we actually add a double, we end up with a double N. Add an extra N before we add the E in Canadian. And that works in Italian also when we say that someone's Italian. So sometimes the add just an E rule doesn't always work for making things feminine. There's extra little things. So we'll learn those as we go. But Celine Dion, you may or may not be familiar with her, but she sings in both French and English. Um, and here's an older picture of Justin Bieber. All right, so here I have some famous French actor and famous French actress. I think we saw Audrey Tautou in a previous lesson. She was in the Da Vinci Code with Tom Hanks, and Gérard Depardieu has been in lots and lots of movies over the years. So, pause the video if you need to, but think about how you would make a sentence saying, he is French and she is French. And you probably already got this because we've studied a little already. Il est français, elle est française. So remember that we're adding that extra E here to show that we have a female. Okay, tell me that he is Canadian. Il est canadien. Okay, now to show you the contrast between masculine and feminine for the forms of American, tell me that President Obama is American and tell me that Mrs. Obama is American. Il est américain. Oh, excuse me, I did not pronounce that correctly. You don't want to hear that in. Il est américain. Elle est américaine. I've been talking too much and now I'm making mistakes. So, américain, américaine. All right, a final question for you. Comment est Cendrillon? And I think we may have seen this question quickly in another lesson, but here I'm just asking sort of what is she like? So in this case, we're going to answer about her appearance. Elle est blonde, but we can use this comment est plus a name to ask about someone's personality in addition to their appearance. But for now, we're going to focus on appearance. So elle est blonde. Comment est le prince charmant? Il est brun. So far we've really, as far as describing someone's appearance, we've really just learned blonde, brunette, tall and short, or big and little. We'll add more to that in the coming lessons. So here's Dolly Parton, a wonderful lady from Tennessee, and I love her for all the things she does for kids. My son gets a book in the mail every month from Dolly Parton through the Imagination Library, and she's just cool lady from our state. So, in order to talk about her, I have 4 questions for you. Qui est-ce? Comment est-elle? De quelle nationalité est-elle? Et d'où est-elle? So, let's think about how we can answer these questions. And I've given you what we would use to start the new sentence to answer the question. So, qui est-ce? We can say Dolly Parton. Comment est-elle? Elle est blonde, n'est-ce pas? She's blonde. And obviously, I know there's other ways you could describe her, but we'll just keep it simple for right now. De quelle nationalité est-elle? Elle est américaine, n'est-ce pas? Elle est américaine. She's American. D'où est-elle? D'où est-elle? Remember, this is the one asking where she's from. Elle est de Tennessee. All right, and I have one more for you. Qui est-ce? Qui est-ce? If you haven't watched the Indiana Jones movies, you should do that. So, we this is Harrison Ford playing Indiana Jones, but let's call him Indiana Jones because that's the character he's dressed up as. Say Indiana Jones. Comment est-il? You might not be able to see it under his hat, but he has brown hair. So we're going to say il est brun. De quelle nationalité est-il? Il est américain. And I didn't ask where he's from because honestly I can't remember, but he's definitely an American. So there's your 4 questions that we learned. Qui est-ce? Comment est-il? De quelle nationalité est-il? Et d'où est-il? Or elle, if needed. And so now you're able to ask and answer several questions about a person to describe them. Thanks for listening.